Hi friends, if you are curious about the new holiday lineup from Kringle Candle and you would like to know what some of my thoughts are about the new fragrances being released this year, stay tuned. I placed an order with Kringle Candle about a month ago when they released a lot of these new holiday scents. Now, to be honest with you, I just wasn't yet quite ready to burn any holiday scents in early October, but now that we are in the month of November, I've been dipping my toe in a little bit more. One of the reasons that I like shopping with Kringle, which honestly, I was just introduced to their brand about a year ago. So this is going to be my first holiday season burning any of their candles. But one of the reasons that they appeal to me is that they offer a lot of their fragrances in something called a daylight, which is essentially a self-contained votive that allows you to, first off, see if you like a candle not only on cold sniff, but it also allows you the opportunity to burn the candle for a few hours to see if you like the way that it comes to life once it is burning and melting. I took it upon myself, like I said, to order a couple of those daylights, and I actually even ordered one of their new releases in a full size. If you have been following me for a while, then you probably have figured out which candle I'm talking about. But today I wanted to rank which one is my favorite, which ones will I pick up in a full-size jar, and which ones am I going to pass on? A quick welcome to any new viewers. My name is Katie. I like to talk about home fragrance and beauty on my channel, so if that is content that interests you, hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into the video. So coming in at number 5 of all of the fragrances that I tried out is Christmas Cabin. Now again, this is in their 100% soy formula, which I will say, of every candle brand that I've tried out so far, I think that Kringle Candle does 100% soy wax the best. It is a very clean burn. I've never really had issues with the wicks. Maybe only once I had a problem with a sooty wick. But other than that, flawless burn. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about why this one comes in at number 5 for me. Now the scent notes on this are, the top notes are cinnamon leaves, Italian lemon, pine needles, mid notes of cinnamon bark, clove, chamomile flower, base note of cedarwood, tonka, warm musk. So a very complex scent story we've got going on here. And quite frankly, this reminds me, okay, this is gonna sound bad, however it comes in. The scent, when this one is burning, reminds me kind of like when I walk into a high-end hotel, like their bathrooms. So it kind of reminds me of bathroom cleaner, or like a scent that I would smell after people have cleaned public bathrooms. And that sounds so, I don't know, that just sounds bad. And I don't mean it degrading like that, because I like the scent, but it's not necessarily Christmas, and it's not necessarily one that I want my entire house to smell like, because I think when I was smelling it, that's what I initially thought. I smell a little bit of cinnamon and definitely some of that lemon. There's definitely a citrus note to this, but it's not like citrus notes in some of their other candles. Chamomile? I don't even know what it is that my nose is smelling in this. I almost feel like it's so complex that there's not really one note that stands out to me other than that little bit of citrus, which is probably the lemon and pine needles. I'm assuming that that's probably what it is. It's not a bad fragrance. It's just not one that I would associate with Christmas time, so it's not going to be a full-size purchase for me. Coming in at number 4 for me is Winter Evergreen. So the scent notes on this are sparkling aldehydes, pineapple, mid notes of fir and rosemary, and a base note of, oh my goodness, I'm going to butcher this, guacawood. If you know how to pronounce that, let me know. Musk and cedarwood. And this one, it's nice. I do smell a little bit of sweetness from pineapple in here. I could see, like, I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, that's pineapple. But when you look at the notes and see that that's listed in there, I definitely smell the sweetness of it. I don't really get a strong rosemary. I do smell fir, maybe a little bit of cedarwood and musk. This is a nice tree scent. It's not really one that I would say is one that I like more than maybe some other tree scents that I already have in my collection. And so for that reason, it will probably not be a full-size purchase for me. I also live in a warm climate where I'm not really surrounded by typical winter. I live in the desert of Arizona. If I go about an hour and a half north of me, there's plenty of pine forests, but not here where I live. So for me, tree scents really are only burned typically around Christmas for me, and then I've moved on by the time January hits. So I don't think that this will be a purchase in a full size for me. Coming in at number 3 is Winter Wonder. Now the scent notes on this one are top notes of fir, evergreen, ozone, mid note of grapefruit and balsam, base of evergreen and cedarwood. So definitely a tree note here. Now there is a coolness to this, which is probably that ozone note. I definitely smell fir and evergreen. Grapefruit, I wouldn't say is really predominant in here. This is a tree note. I will tell you on burn, this one actually reminds me a bit of the Homework Snow-Tipped Pine. So if you are familiar with that scent and you like it, I have a feeling that you would like this one as well. I really like this one. I actually think that I will probably pick it up maybe in the mid-sized jar, or actually, no, take that back. I will pick it up probably in the new 3-wick 100% soy jars that they have just released with this holiday collection, because I do have one of those already and it is performing phenomenally for me. I do plan to have a video or a full review uploaded of that candle before this one goes live, so hopefully that one is already up. But that formula, as I have come to expect, is performing really well for me. So I think that I will pick this one up in that 3-wick jar. I really like this scent. And it's funny because on cold sniff, it doesn't really smell the same as snow-tipped pine. But when it was burning, that's instantly what I thought it reminded me of. And I like both of those scents typically to burn within the month after Christmas. Because like I said, I don't have like a winter wonderland around me, but I do still want something that kind of gives me that wintry vibe. Coming in at number 2, this will not surprise anybody, especially if you know how much I really enjoy gourmand fragrances. This is tea and cookies. Now, the fragrance notes on this one, top note is marshmallow, butter, sugar, yum, cinnamon, nutmeg, jasmine, vanilla, musk, caramel. Okay, so I'm not really typically a huge fan of jasmine. It has to be balanced out right. I'm going to tell you that I don't really necessarily smell jasmine in this. This to me does not even necessarily smell like like tea and cookies, although I'm not from a culture that typically sits down and has tea and cookies. I love tea, but it's not like something that I've been brought up doing. But this is a very beautiful, very neutral kind of gourmand scent. Now, as I'm sitting here sniffing it on cold sniff after I've already burned one of these, it smells a little bit different on cold sniff. But again, this candle transforms when it is burning. There is sweetness of the marshmallow, but it's and a little bit of caramel, but it's not overly sweet or cloying to my nose. I actually found this one to be very enjoyable. Almost like an, there's no almond note listed in here, but almost like when you're smelling like an almond cookie or something that's not, it's not overly sugar cookie. This is kind of like, it sounds funny, it's like a candle for a bland cookie. Does that make sense? It's not necessarily a sugar cookie or a chocolate chip cookie or a peanut butter cookie. It's just kind of like bland, not even shortbread. I don't know what it is, but I actually really like this scent. I will definitely be picking this one up in probably a smaller jar. I think that this will be a nice one to burn just as like a nice cozy fragrance throughout the rest of winter, but I really like that one. And to nobody's surprise, my number 1 fragrance that I picked up, and I had a feeling I would love it, which is why I just dove in and purchased it in the 3-wick 100% soy formula, is ta-da, Away in a Manger. This scent is beautiful. Now, if you missed my review, I will have it linked up here for you. But the scent notes on this one are the top notes, juicy orange, mint leaf, lemon. Absolutely. Mid notes of clove bud, rose, cinnamon, nutmeg. Base, musk, vanilla, cashmere woods. This is a very orange forward scent. My nose detects mostly orange when I smell this. It is definitely that juicy orange scent. However, I will say that this is not orange like I would expect in the middle of summertime. It's not like orange creamsicle or anything like that. This does have a little bit of spice put in this. Now, there is another candle from another brand that is also an orange and spice scent that I am planning to have a review up soon about, if I have not already put it up. And I believe that that one actually probably nails more of that orange pomander type of vibe. But this one, I actually really enjoy burning in another room when I am burning that other fragrance. The fragrance I'm talking about is Christmas Joy from Homeworks. But this one I really like. I feel like this is a beautiful fragrance to burn, maybe not right at Christmas time, but I've actually really been enjoying it, burning it in the month of November, because some days it's 72, 73 degrees outside and I have the windows open, and it just brings a freshness into my house without it being like too summery. I don't know how to describe it. Definitely a little bit of clove mixed in there, tiny bit of cinnamon. But this is a beautiful fragrance, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I love the label on it. And it actually looks really beautiful when it's lit up at night. The illumination on it is absolutely stunning. So this one will probably be another repurchase for me. I have seen some other reviews from other candle reviewers, and another candle that I am interested in picking up from their line, which I have not had a chance to sniff yet, is Snowbird. I believe that's what it's called. It's got a really pretty label on it, but just listening to some of the reviews on it, mainly it was Connor over at Connor Loves Candles. He had reviewed that one recently, and now my interest is piqued in that one. I also have one of their most popular Christmas fragrances called Christmas in the wings, getting ready for a candle review, so you will want to stay tuned to see what my thoughts are about that one. Let me know in the comments down below if you have picked up any of these candles, which one is your favorite from any of these new holiday releases. I would be curious to know. Also, I said it earlier, but if you enjoy candle content, I just want to give you guys a little sneak peek here. I have my very first collab video coming up in about a week, and I am super excited about it. That's all I'm gonna say right now, but I'm really, really excited about the opportunity to collab with one of my favorite people here on YouTube. So you'll wanna make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that way you won't miss that video when it goes live. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you enjoyed this video, it really helps me out. YouTube should be suggesting a couple more videos of mine for you to enjoy, but if you don't have the time right now, I just want to say thank you so much for spending what time you did have with me today. And until my next video, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.